everyone, hope you're well and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, a spring makeup look using some new products I've got and obviously my new foundation, the Glow Minerals. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, it's just a really nice, fresh, you know, bit of gloss on the eyes, just a nice, fresh makeup look to sort of bring on the spring. I love these sort of colours. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, carry on watching. Skincare. The very first thing I put on my face and my lips is Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour Cream. Like, I cannot function a day without this. This is just what I put on every morning. So while I've got my skincare going on, this just sinks in. And I just love it. Right, now my skin longevity is finished. Look at that. I mean, I'm devastated, but at the same time I was luckily sent this serum by SkinCeuticals, so it's arrived just in time. My last bit was yesterday and this has arrived just in time, so I'm so happy. This is called the HA Intensifier multifunctional serum to help amplify skin's hyaluronic acid levels. Now, I've not tried anything from SkinCeuticals, so I'm very excited. This says correct. So multi-beneficial formula, 4 drops, follow with moisturizer and sunscreens. Okay, so let's have a try. You know, it says 4 drops. Ooh. Oh God, look at the color of that. Oh, it looks like blood. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 to 6. God, that is weird. Okay. Oh God. Right. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. It smells very medicinal. It's supposed to have, I should have put maybe 6 drops, hyaluronic acid. You know, the colour is really off-putting. It looks like really sort of yuck. It's quite interesting. No, we'll see. But this is the first time I'm trying it. I just got it in the post this morning. Don't you love getting things in the post? You're just like, oh, right, okay. Then next I'm going in with my Elemis Superfood Day Cream. I love this. Oh yes. Oh my God. It just smells so fresh. So fresh and clean. Oh my Lord. I mean, I just love products, don't you? Like, that is nice. That is fresh. That is nice. Okay, then, and this is exactly how I do my skincare every morning. So serum, moisturizer, and then SPF 50. This is my OBAGI Eclipse. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I've spoken about it many times. This is my 3rd tube of it. I love it because not only is it an SPF and protects your skin against UVB, UVA rays, it comes out white like this, but it adapts to your skin tone, so it slightly tints it. It also protects your skin against the computer screen and stuff like that, because I'm always in front of the computer screen. So it's the Eclipse Smart Tone Broad Spectrum Sunscreen SPF 50. So white like this, right? And then it just, oh, also it's a primer as well. So it's everything. It's absolutely freaking amazing and I love it. So it literally starts to just adapt to your skin tone. And it just means that you've got that SPF, because, you know, an SPF in your makeup is not enough really. You need quite a lot of it. You need more than that. So to cover all bases, make sure you've got an SPF, especially if you're using retin A and stuff like that. So, and I notice when I don't wear this, you know, my makeup sort of breaks up. So it's an excellent all-rounder. Really super good. Now, How exciting is this? I spoke about this foundation, the Glow Minerals Satin Cream Foundation, in my Trying New Products, and I love it. So, I've got the shade Honey Fair. Now, I'm going to do one pump. I did 2 pumps the other day and I thought that was too much. The shade is Super. It is. Do you know what this reminds me of? Laura Mercier's Silk Cream. That is what it reminds me of, but a gajillion times better. So, pop that on like that. Get all the little thingies on and under there. Lovely. Now, I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques sponge and just tap that in. The color, you know, I think for me, I always buy foundation. I think I'm darker than I am, because I always tend to buy foundations that are too dark. This is the first one I've bought that literally does match my skin tone. Look at that, it's amazing coverage from Mineral Foundation. I love it, it's just beautiful. I have tried this various ways. I've tried it with a brush as well, and I just find, I find the brush really just piles it on too much, you know? You have to find the way that you prefer to do your makeup. I like a beauty blender because it just kind of blends things out really nicely. So that's one pump, and that for me is pretty good, I think. Beauts. Okay, I'm going to go in with concealer, Tarte Shape Tape. Who's watching Marcella? Second series has started last night. I am obsessed. I love murder mystery, murder detective, documentaries and drama, especially British. Like I don't like CSI, NCI and all of that. That for me, no way. I like proper British drama. So anything that's to do with police, murders, investigations, forensics, I love that. Like Silent Witness, I love all of those shows. Like they are just fantastic. Just finished watching another one, Trauma, that was really good. Collateral, I'm starting to watch. That's got, oh god, I'm not going to remember her name, Carrie Mulligan in it. Brill. And I also love documentaries. So at the moment, every Thursday night they show a on death row, and journalists kind of interview people on death row or blah blah blah, stuff like that. Anyway, last week it was Children Who Kill, and I was just like, the problem with me is, and this is why I couldn't be a detective or whatever, I get so, like, not emotionally involved, yeah, emotionally involved, but I get so distressed for like a week after certain stories, because I literally drive myself mad thinking of ways that the murder could have been avoided. Who else does that? It's really like, I get so, I'm like, yeah, but if the mother was at home that day, it wouldn't have happened. Or had a neighbour walk by, or maybe this. And I literally rack my brains of how the murder could have been avoided. And it's pointless. Anyway, so, I find it heinous, like how cruel children can be at such a young age. Anyway, this boy at 15, when he was 15 in the States, murdered an 8-year-old girl. I can't even talk about it. It just stresses me out. I literally dreamt about it. Anyway, it was his neighbour, and he hid her body under his bed. Like, anyway, and the point is, right, he's appealing to be released because he's been in prison, because in America you're charged you're not charged as a minor. Here you're charged as a minor. You won't be charged as an adult. But in America you're charged as an adult, right? So he was 15 when he committed this crime. What possesses a 15-year-old to, oh, who knows, computer games, porn, God knows. Anyway, right, so he wants to be released. He's saying he was a child at the time. Listen, if you can do something so disturbing, so disgusting and violent and heinous and unthinkable as a 15-year-old boy, then who knows what the heck you are capable of as an adult. And I don't believe these people get reformed in prison. I think it's a load of absolute, I think they're born evil. I don't know. I think they're either mentally disturbed or, you know, I don't know. But anyway, so he tried to appeal, and obviously the family of the little girl was like, no way. Thank God the appeal wasn't pardoned, so he's still in prison. And do you know what else really annoys me about these things? Like, the journalists will always ask them, but why did you do it? And they always say, I don't know. Mate, you do know. You do know, okay? He came up with some stupid ass story that, oh, he was scared of his dad, blah, 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 you know, and it got out of hand. But what you did to the person was not an accident. If something's an accident, it's an accident. But if you've blatantly gone out of your way to be so violent in the murder of a little girl that's your neighbour, I don't understand what's wrong with you. Like, it really disturbs me. And and then the other thing I do is, so they give the story of how it happened. Oh, well, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I think to myself, no, mate, no, it's not. And I will go through in my mind exactly what I think has happened. I think, because they had just moved in and the mother wasn't there and the little girl lived across the street. First of all, 8-year-old children, girl or boy, should never be left alone with a 15-year-old friend to play. I just don't agree with it. Especially, I just don't. Why she was, I guess, it was in the 90s and we all played on the street and we all were friends with our neighbours. I guess that's it. The freaky thing he video cameraed her. He filmed her basically going, hey, this is my neighbour, and she came over and blah, blah, blah. And like literally after that, he'd killed her. Why? Are you telling me it was just a random act? I don't think so. I think, because apparently he was watching porn before he did that, okay? Now, God knows what it was, what kind it was. Doesn't, you know, it's probably violent. I don't know. I think he said, he had like birds and he had like a puppy. I bet you he told her he had a puppy. He has a puppy and come round because she was playing with the puppy. Why, at what point did she go inside his house? I mean, aren't you taught as children not to go in, like my dad would never let me go into my neighbour's house, let alone play in the street, but you know, never let me go into a neighbour's house unless parents were there or it was a party or birthday party or something, especially at 8 years old. I think he then said, oh, I've got birds, do you want to come and see them? This is what I'm thinking. And then he must have tried to abuse her. I swear this is what I think he's done. And she screamed, and then he just, you know, either panicked or I don't know. I think that would be it, because why would you, who wakes up and thinks, right, today, he claimed that they were playing baseball and he accidentally hit her with a baseball or something by mistake, and she was crying or whatever, but he was scared that his dad would tell him off, so he had to finish the job. This is the other thing I don't understand, right? In all of these murder things, they're like, oh, I accidentally did this or my dad did that and I thought I was going to get in trouble. Right, so you thought murdering the person would get you in less trouble? Anyway, they're searching for this child for 6 days and he helps to search. The police even went into his room and looked around. This is what annoys me as well, the police. Why are you looking? It's always close to home. I mean, I don't know. You know, you looked in there and anyway, so do you know how they found the body? The mother was cleaning up the room and he had some sort of waterbed or something with like a base underneath, and she found this sock and she pulled it, and it was that little girl. Like, that boy had been sleeping on that bed for 6 nights. Like, how disturbed must you be? Like, I'm so annoyed that I literally want to write this person a letter and say, mate, tell the truth. You're not telling the truth because you think you're going to get out of prison, which you're not. You don't deserve to. You knew what you were doing as a child, you know, at 15. You can't pretend, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. You didn't just hit her, you know, you did several things. And anyway, and also, she didn't have her, like, clothes, some of her clothes on. And they said to him, so why hasn't she got her undergarments on, or whatever? Why hasn't she got her clothes on? And he was like, oh, because I was trying to drag her from the garden. And I thought, no, you didn't. This was probably a kid's game, like, you know, like, oh, show me mine and I'll show you yours. I bet you that was what it was. And she screamed and he was like, oh no. And she probably said, I'm going to tell my mum and I'm going to tell. And he probably thought, no, you're fucking not. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it's just... And every time I don't want to watch these documentaries because, or read about them, but I've always been like that. Even as a child, I used to read up on stories and I used to think, oh no, don't read. And I'd get really scared for like weeks, and I'll watch the documentary and I'll be so disturbed because just when you think you can't imagine anything worse, it's happening, you know? And I'm still, like, I watched this last week and I'm still like mulling it over in my head. This was but if his mother came, like, why wasn't his mother there? What does his mother think? Surely there's more to that. And then the other day I watched, it's called The Imposter. It's a documentary called The Imposter. And basically, it's about this guy. No, it's about a little boy, a 7-year-old boy in Texas who goes missing, literally missing, right? And this guy, this 23-year-old guy in Spain, pretends to be that little boy and manages to get the federal government to issue him a passport so he comes to the States. And he pretends to be this boy, but he looks nothing like the boy. He's not blonde, he hasn't got blue eyes, he's 23, he pretends he's 16. The sister of the boy flies to Spain to get him, brings him back, he enrolls in school, whatever, has interviews, and they're like, yeah, that's my brother, yeah, that's my son, da 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 da. And obviously one detective's watching this interview saying, that's not him. But for some reason, this family wanted to believe that he was the boy. And he was like, he came from broken homes and whatever, so he was like, well, if they're going to believe it, they're going to believe it. But the detective was like, hang on a minute, they surely know that this is not their boy, their son, which means they must be covering something up, which means they probably murdered him. They're like, oh no, we never did. Listen, 9 times out of 10, a child disappears, you know, that's it. So, you know, yeah, that's the kind of things I like to watch. I love to watch these kind of things. I'm using Nas Orgasm. I'm just like, I always think I'd be a really good detective because I'll watch something and I'll say da da da, and then it'll happen. I'll be like, I knew it. You see, I told you, I'm a detective. I knew it. I knew this happened. I knew that's what they did. I knew, because I think I look at the sort of pieces. I like put the pieces together, and you know, and I'm just like, yeah. But then I'm like, oh, I'd like to be a pathologist. Oh, I'd like to do forensics. And then I think all the hard work that goes into it, and actually it's quite grim. And me, I'm the sort of person that I feel everything. Like I'm too emotional, I'm too connected. And I think as a police officer or a doctor or whatever, you really can't you can't be, you know, it's just, can't do it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with animals. I absolutely could not do the amazing job that RSPCA do and all of that, because literally I would be crying 24 hours. Right, I'm going to go into Naked 3 and I'm going to go in with the shade Trick. I love this colour. And what I do is I just, first of all, get it onto the lid. And I just kind of pack it all on and then kind of tilt my head and go and I got it on my face, and go like that all over. Let's see how that serum was under my makeup. See how it lasts under it, and just go over. But yeah, saying that, this season's Marcella is really, really disturbing. I mean, oh my God. It's so disturbing, it makes me feel sick, but I have to watch it. Yeah, does anyone else like those kind of things? You know, it just, I find it fascinating and incredibly disturbing at the same time. Oh, one of them I watched as well was Women Who Kill. Oh my God, brutal, these women, oh my God, they're horrible. You just think, oh my goodness. But you know, they have no remorse. None of these murderers have any remorse. They're just like, you know. And this boy in the previous one didn't have a broken home. He sort of said his father was, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know how that warrants, you know, killing somebody. I'm going to put this underneath, just sort of under there. This is a very glowy look. I do quite a few glow looks these days, don't I? And then what I do is, once I put that under, I go in with some MAC Fix Plus just to really amp it up a bit on the lids. So then go back into that shade, Trick, and then just amp up the center. You see it kind of gets nice and foiled. Ooh! Okay, I'm happy with that, I'm happy with that. Let's just dot under there a bit more. It's just a nice sort of glow. Okay, then next up, I got this with the mascara, the Total Temptation Eyebrow Definer, and it's really good. It's shade Deep Brown, and I love this little thing. And it's really quick. Like, I can't believe how quick it is. So look, normally, if I'm just doing like, can't be bothered to do my powder, I just go in with this and I just sort of fill in. It is really, I'm surprised because I don't normally like these sort of pencils. I'm not too great with them, but what you do is you just kind of smudge it all in. It just kind of gives you a bit of definition, and it's quite nice, and it's just really quick. And then I just kind of take that and just smudge it all in. Smidge, smudge, smidge, smudge. I need to do my eyebrows, oh my gosh. I need to do a lot of things. I need to overhaul my wardrobe. It's a disaster. You know when you open your wardrobe, you're like, oh my God, it's like bursting at the seams, but you still have not a single thing to wear. Yeah, that's me. And I'm trying to, like, you know, make things so I don't get anxious about them. You know, otherwise I get too like get very overwhelmed. So for me, the simpler I keep it, the better you know, the better I am about it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this new mascara, Total Temptation. I was very kindly sent this, which is great because like all my mascaras have dried out. And I literally did not have high hopes for this, but I really like it. So, it smells really nice. I love the wand because it's nice and thin. It's not big, it doesn't go everywhere. It's got nice sort of, it hasn't got any rubbery bristles. It's supposed to be conditioning the lashes with coconut oil, I think. But I mean, look at that, that's pretty good. It just gives me that kind of lash that I like. That's really quite good. Then, I get asked about these lips a lot actually. It's the, and I always pull this out in spring, NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. And this is in the shade Athens. And then the long wear, gel wear, cream long art lip line or whatever in nude suede shoes. I really, really love this. And it just goes with this look so well. So, I'll pop that on. Then I go in with the liner. Oh, it's gorgeous. And then I like to go over it again. And there we go. And it's just a really nice, easy, pretty, spring-like, glowy look. It's fresh. You got pink cheeks. You got this lovely glitter glow on the eyes. I really, really like this look, and I think it all pulls together really nicely. So yes, there we are. That's my spring makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed my mega chat. But you know, I love talking about what I watch. I hope you're all having a great week, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.